Well, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Santee Electric Cooperative's 2022 annual meeting. If you're watching online, we're glad to have you with us in this, what is this, the second or third year we've done it this way? Third year, time goes by in a hurry. We appreciate your patience, but we also know that, especially those of you watching, if you came to the co-op and you registered here and didn't have to get out of your car, that's pretty good stuff. We're finding that the membership really likes that. But we appreciate you tuning in to watch the business session for your annual meeting, and we thank you for being here. Per our bylaws, the registration began at 10 o'clock today. It closed right at 6 o'clock. And you may think we're making this up, but this is true. We registered 4,625 members. That ties with the all-time record for Santee Electric. And you might think we made that up, but we didn't. They were pretty good sticklers about closing the registration right on time, as they should be, and it just turned out to be a tie. So congratulations, Santee members, for turning out to your annual meeting this year. It requires a 5% of the membership to attend to have a quorum for the business meeting. A quorum is 1,708, so we're far past that. I think we can do business. We're going to ask the secretary to use the computer-generated registration listing to serve as the roll call of the members. And we'll begin this evening's meeting with an invocation. We'll ask Reverend Alan Neesmith, an SEC board member representing District Number 4, to come forward and provide our invocation.
Let us pray. Loving God, every morning we are greeted with a glimpse of your power and your glory. Lord, you have kept us and protected us throughout this last year. You have blessed us with a wonderful and successful day here at Santee. We ask that you continue to bless each of us and our employees and the members of this co-op. Loving God, we thank you for this evening and for your great love and for loving us. There is no one who can ever love us more than you. There is no one that will ever care more about our well-being than you. We are grateful, oh God, that you have never leave us and never forsake us, and that your love is the same yesterday, today, and forever. In Christ's name we pray. Amen.
Thank you, Reverend Neesmith. Well, next, let's have the Pledge of Allegiance and the National Anthem. And so we're going to ask a group of young people to come forward and get in position while I'm introducing them. These are children of Santee Electric Cooperative employees. They include Preston Blufort, Lauren and Liam Tomlin, Easton Wheeler, Connor Darden, Olive Myers. They're going to say the Pledge of Allegiance, and then following the pledge, we'll have our national anthem video, which was directed by Van O'Kane and Chase Toller, and it's featuring some Santee Electric Cooperative employees: linemen Billy McKnight, Chris Fry, Jason Floyd, Benji Floyd, Zach Coker, and Jamie Springs. Singing the national anthem will be Wanda Brown, a Santee Electric Cooperative member, so please give your attention first to the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Thank you, children, and thank you, Wanda. Beautiful voice. Thank you for singing for us this evening. Well, normally we would offer to read the notice, and frankly, I will offer to read it for you if you would like. The notice of the annual meeting, which was provided to you in South Carolina Living Magazine. But if there is no objection, we will consider the notice as delivered sufficient, and we won't read the notice. Is there any objection? There's no objection to that, so we'll accept the notice as presented. I also have a copy of the minutes from last year's annual meeting, and we'd be happy to read those as well. But in deference to time, without objection, we will accept the minutes as submitted. Do I hear any objection? No objection, so we'll accept the minutes as submitted. Now please give your attention to the chairman of your board, Mr. Billy Morris, Jr., who will give his comments now. Mr. Morris?
Good evening, everyone. As board chairman, it is my privilege to take this opportunity to thank you for coming to our 2022 annual drive-through meeting and for joining us live for the business meeting. I would also like to take this opportunity to recognize your other board members and your cooperative attorney. I'll start with Mr. Alan Neesmith, who is our vice chairman representing District 4, Mr. Bill Floyd, who is our second vice chairman representing District 8, Mr. Stanley Paisley, who is our secretary-treasurer representing District 7. Next, we have Mr. Don Coker, who is our assistant secretary-treasurer representing District 3, Mr. Walter Sanders, District 1, Mr. Dudley Musier, District 2, Mr. Andy McKnight, District 5, Mr. Harry Walters, District 9, and Mr. Sam Floyd, who is our attorney. As board members, we represent you, and as I speak for us all, we are very happy to serve you and very proud of your participation in our election. Thank you. Lou?
Thanks, Mr. Morris. You know, I think we are all enamored and amazed by people who can speak a foreign language. And it turns out that your CEO, Mr. Rob Artis, can speak a foreign language. It's called engineering. He's a professional engineer, but he's also a great CEO, and we look forward to his report today for your co-op, Mr.
Thank you, Lou. I never know exactly how Lou's going to set me up for this, but I appreciate that. Thank you all so much for participating. Good evening to everybody. It's great to be able to do this, and thank you for being part of our business meeting. And for those of you who were here today registering for Santee Electric's business meeting through the drive-through process, thank you for that. I realize we had some construction right down the road in the town of Kingstree, but we still tied our all-time record. But that means we just needed one more person to break a record. But it was a great event, a great turnout. You just heard from Mr. Morris, our chairman, and that reminds me that it's our board of trustees that gave us, the employees of Santee Electric, the permission to try this new model for annual meeting registration. We've been doing the same thing for 80 years. And they said, Rob, we'll let you try doing this drive-through annual meeting. And everything that we have heard back from the membership has been really positive response. You don't have to get out of your car. The average wait time is between 5 and 10 minutes. So we're thrilled that it worked out. But I want to thank the board for giving us the permission to try that out and for making it a success now 3 years in a row. Your board really does look out for you. They represent the communities in which they live and where they serve, and they make sure that Santee Electric is the best stewards of your money because this is your cooperative. Another group that I particularly want to thank is our trust board. If you don't participate in Operation Roundup, I would like to encourage you to do so. If you're not familiar with the program, basically we take each power bill, round it up to the nearest whole dollar, and we take those pennies at the end of each month and add them together with everybody else who's participating in Roundup, and we do some wonderful things with that money through our trust board. We still donate to individuals as we have since the program's inception, but our corporate board has also given us permission to donate to organizations. And this year, our trust board used some of that money to donate to Caring and Sharing in Hemingway, the Turbyville Children's Home, and also Francis Marion University. And to add to that, one of the lenders that Santee Electric uses, named CoBank, will double those contributions. So we were able to get twice as much bang for our membership's buck when we were donating to those particular organizations. So I want to thank them. Santee Electric is one of 20 distribution cooperatives in the state of South Carolina, and so we work better together as a group of 20. And so we have certain organizations at the state level that helps us do things that we wouldn't be able to do otherwise. One of those organizations is the Electric Cooperatives of South Carolina, which we call in short Statewide. Lou Green, our favorite MC, works for Statewide, and he, along with a lot of other talented individuals, provide services to the co-ops that we wouldn't be able to have if we were just an individual co-op working on our own. Central is another one. Central Electric Power Cooperative helps us buy wholesale power at rates that we would not be able to buy if Santee Electric were out purchasing on its own. The 20 of us together are stronger. Likewise, CUS is our supply organization. CUS helps us have bulk buying power so that we can get the poles and the wires and the transformers we need to deliver electricity to you at the best rate possible. And finally, there's the South Carolina Power Team, which is the economic development arm of the electric cooperatives in our state. And they help us land some of these larger industries. They bring jobs and investment to the communities that we serve. Anytime I'm thanking a group of individuals, I always want to make sure to recognize the employees of Santee Electric. We may have hundreds of millions of dollars of assets out in the field providing electricity to you, but our greatest asset is the women and men that I get to work with on a daily basis. They make my job fun, they make my job easy, they make my job worth doing. Today, this was a well-oiled machine. We tied an all-time record, and all I had to do was smile and wave at folks and give a little speech at the end of the night because I work with a wonderful team. The employees of your cooperative are a tremendous asset, and I'm extremely appreciative of them. Now, it's not always all sunshine here at Santee Electric. We've got one challenge that we're dealing with right now, and a lot of folks are dealing with, and that's the supply chain issues. You know that it's tough to get things right now. If you drive by a car lot, you know that sometimes there's not as many cars on the car lots. Well, it's also tough for us to get poles and transformers and meters. We're still getting them, it's just that there's a longer lead time, and they cost more when we do get them. But our employees are managing that. Even though it's tough for us right now, we're managing that. Some of you may have noticed that the grand prize this year was not one of our used vehicles because we didn't have a spare vehicle to give away this year. But we do have some great new prizes. So we're going to make sure we got a riding lawnmower, we got a 65-inch TV, and we've got a new gas grill. And that might be better than a used car anyway. So we'll try to get back on the used car plan next year. But right now, we just don't have that many spare vehicles. That's enough of the challenge, though. Let's talk about some good news. I'm going to throw an acronym out there for you, and the acronym is SAIDI, S-A-I-D-I. That stands for System Average Interruption Duration Index, and that's a mouthful. What that really means is, how long was the average consumer's power off last year? Now, we pull out major storms and power supplier issues and planned outages because those are really out of our control. And everything else we measure in the amount of minutes that our consumers on average were out of power last year, because we want to provide you with reliable power. 5 years ago, in 2017, that number was almost 200 minutes. Now, 200 minutes in a single outage sounds like a long time. You know, you're out of power for over 3 hours. But when you consider the fact that there are over 500,000 minutes in a year, 200 minutes is really not that bad. The average consumer was out of power for things that we feel like we can control for about 200 minutes. But we felt like we could do better than that. So we've changed some of our procedures. Our employees have been focusing on trying to make sure that we provide as much reliable service as possible, and we've become much more aggressive with trimming right-of-way, trimming the trees that are near our power lines. That has helped us reduce that number every year for the past 5 years, so that last year, I'm happy to report in 2021, that number has come down from 200 minutes to 97 minutes. So again, more than 500,000 minutes in a year. And the average consumer of Santee Electric was out of power about an hour and a half. That's pretty strong, and I'm proud of the employees for doing that. Another bit of good news is that our application is now online. When you want to apply for new service with Santee Electric, it's online. I had someone say to me a few years ago, "Rob, I bought a house the other day, and I never had to go to my bank, and I never had to go to my lawyer's office. I bought that house using emails and telephones and something called DocuSign. And I was able to buy a house from the comfort of my own living room. I bought a house from my couch. But then when I went to apply for service, I had to come down to the office to apply for service. So tell me, Rob, why can I buy a house from my couch, but I have to drive to one of your offices to get the lights turned on?" Well, the short answer is you don't. Not anymore. We have brought the technology of 2022 to our membership, to our processes. You do not have to come to Santee Electric to sign up for service. You can do it on your Smart Hub app. You can do it from our website. You can do what you need to do through all of those methods. You can do it over the phone if you want to. I realize some folks still like to talk to people, and we've got people here ready to answer your phones. At Santee Electric, we are always trying to acknowledge that there's always two groups of concerns that are battling with each other. You know, I was talking about the right-of-way earlier. We've got a group of people who say, whatever you do, keep my bill as low as possible. We've got another group of people who say, whatever you do, keep my lights on. Now, the truth is everybody wants low cost and reliable power, but if you ask a different person that question, you'll get different answers. Sometimes they'll say, as long as you keep it within a range, I just want you to keep my lights on. Other folks will say, I'm not as worried about blinks, I want you to keep my bill down. We are trying to walk a fine line to make sure that we balance that as well as we possibly can. Same thing with providing service. We've got a group of individuals out there who say, please don't make me come to the office or talk to a person. I want to do everything on this. I want to pick up a phone and I want to tap a couple of buttons and sign up for service. I want to use this to report a power outage. I want to use this to sign up for service. I want to use this to pay my bill. We've got another group of folks who say, I'm not so comfortable with all that technology. I'd rather talk to somebody. I'd rather see somebody. We are always trying to provide that level of service, knowing that we've got both of those groups out in the community and we're trying to serve both of those groups. Now, I will say this, if you are one of the folks who've tried this and you love it, help somebody else who has not fully embraced the technology yet. Gas is expensive right now. Somebody who's spending $5, $10 in gas to come and hand us some money when they could be doing it on that for free, help them out if you've already embraced this. How about another bit of good news? As prices of everything is going up right now, I am happy to report that your power, the kilowatt hours that we sell you, and we only sell one thing at Santee Electric, kilowatt hours, except for the flavoring, the flavoring you can get from the drive-thru, but mostly we just sell kilowatt hours. The kilowatt hour we sell you is 9% cheaper now than it was in 2017. That's a big deal. With the cost of everything else going up, the one thing that your cooperative sells you, the kilowatt hour, is 9% less expensive now than it was in 2017. I'm proud to report that, but I'm really proud of the group of employees that we have because they have made that happen. We are doing more with less people, with fewer people, and that's how we've been able to manage your costs. In addition to that good news, I want to thank all of you, everyone who's looking, everybody who's watching, everybody who's listening to me. I want to thank all of you for the things that you have done to help your cooperative keep your rates down. If you have a smart thermostat with us, if you have a water heater switch with us, if you participate in the H2O Select Advantage water heater program, thank you. You have done something that not only helps you, but you have helped your cooperative manage costs, because that smart thermostat and that water heater switch helps us move load off of the system peak. If you aren't participating in those things, please give us a call. Please go to our website, check those things out. I mean, we've got a thermostat that you can talk to with Alexa, an Ecobee thermostat. I think it's $75. You can talk to it. You can make it, you can control it with your phone. You can control it with this. You can control it with your voice, and everything is really cool for $75, and we'll install it for that. And that helps us with our system peak. I also want to remind you, if you're not using Bank Draft or Smart Hub, if you're not using this to pay your bill, check that out. If you are doing it, thank you. You're saving your cooperative a lot of money. If you're not doing it, consider it. Or if you know someone who's not doing it, help them out. Again, gas is expensive. That's an expensive way to go in and pay your power bill when you could just push a button and pay it this way. So consider that. Last but certainly not least is our Beat the Peak program. If you are participating in Beat the Peak, thank you. You are helping your cooperative save money, which helps us keep your rates low. If you're not participating in Beat the Peak, consider signing up for those alerts. When you sign up for those alerts, and particularly when you shift your usage around based on what those alerts tell you, you are helping us. All kilowatt hours are not created equally. I want to say that again. All kilowatt hours are not created equally. There are certain kilowatt hours that are generated at certain times of the day that are much more expensive to produce and much more expensive to deliver when the system is peaking. So the more we can do to educate folks about when power is expensive, the better. So again, if you're participating in those things, thank you. If you're not, please consider it. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for your time tonight. Thank you for supporting your cooperative. I hope you all have a good night, and I really wish you good luck in all the prize drawings. Thank you again.
Thank you, Rob, for that good report. Lots of good news, and congratulations on cutting the outage times. Wow, that's impressive, less than half. If you are a member of Santee Electric Cooperative, you receive South Carolina Living Magazine, and last month you received, or in the March edition, you received a report wrapped around the magazine. In that report was the Treasurer's Report. I commend that to you. Take a look at that, and what you will see when you examine it is that you're working, or you're being served by, a cooperative that is well established, financially secure, and clearly from that report doing a better job every day. So thank you all. By the way, if you need to find that, you can't find your magazine, go to santee.org. The website, you'll find it there. Well, now let's move on to elections. And now I have to pay attention to the bylaws and refer to them because they say this. Santee Electric bylaws state that whenever the number of candidates seeking election does not exceed the number of trustees required in a particular district, balloting may be dispensed with in respect to that district, and that district nominee may be elected by acclamation. Well, this year in districts number 2, 4, and 7, there were no other candidates other than the people who were holding those positions now. The following nominees are those: Dudley Mussier of District 2, Alan Neesmith from District 4 and Stanley S. Paisley in District number 7. Given that, those 3 are elected by acclamation per your bylaws. Congratulations, gentlemen, and thank you for your service. Now, is there any unfinished business to come before the meeting at this time? Any new business to come before the meeting? If not, then I would entertain a motion to adjourn and draw for the prizes. Do I hear such a motion? Have a motion? Have a second? All those in favor say aye. And we are adjourned. So give us just a minute and we'll get set up and we'll draw for some prizes. While I'm giving away some scholarships, I'm going to ask some children to come forward. Preston, Lauren, Easton, Connor, and Olive are going to help us with the drawings tonight. And as they are coming up and getting settled, let's go ahead and draw for the scholarships. You know that every year Santee Electric provides a $500 scholarship, one for each county where Santee Electric serves. So I have the containers here, and I'm going to shake that up and dig in there. This is Clarendon County. And the scholarship winner is Dana Lily McCoy. Dana's from Manning. Let's see. Oh, she's planning to go to USC Upstate. Got a great grade point average, too. So congratulations to Dana there. Now this is the Florence container. Oh, is there 2 per county? Excuse me. Thank you, sir. The second $500 scholarship in Clarendon County is Sadie Johnson. Sadie's parents are Lorraine and Andrew Johnson, and she hopes to go to Columbia International University. Congratulations, Sadie. Now then, we'll move on to Florence County. Oops. And from Florence County, the first $500 scholarship winner is Allie Strickland. Allie hasn't decided yet on her final decision for next education step, but congratulations, Allie. We'll get that money to you. And the second winner in Florence County is Lindsay M. Rogers. Lindsay M. Rogers from Lake City. She hopes to go to USC Sumter or to FMU. So congratulations there. We'll get that scholarship check to you. Next, Georgetown. Georgetown County. And the first winner is Caleb Rowell. Caleb hasn't decided where he's going, but he'll be going with $500 scholarship. Congratulations. And the second winner in Georgetown County is Kamari Gasque. And he hopes to go to North Carolina A&T State University. So congratulations, Kamari. And one more in Georgetown. Yeah. Y'all help me keep it. Was that 2? Thanks for paying attention. All right, this is Williamsburg County. The first winner in Williamsburg County is Gracie Louise Graham of Kingstree. And Gracie hopes to go to Newberry College. Very good. Beautiful town. And the second winner in Williamsburg County is Billy Price. His father is William Price, and Billy hopes to go to Charleston Southern University. Very good. Congratulations, Billy. Congratulations to all the scholarship winners. We'll get those checks to you. Finally, yes indeed, you thought I'd forgotten. So when I get finished with all of those, all of the remaining students go into one box. And here, we're going to draw for a $500 scholarship. Let me tell you about it. It's by the Santee Electric Chapter of Women Involved in Rural Electrification, the Karen Altman Memorial Scholarship. In July, Santee Electric Cooperative's own lights were dimmed by the loss of one of their own. Karen Altman was an employee, a wire member, and above all, a friend. She was a dedicated employee for 43 years here at Santee Electric Cooperative. She was also a strong woman with a gentle spirit who shared her life with so many. It's our honor to be able to honor her with the Wire Scholarship, named in her honor, Karen Altman Memorial Scholarship. And we're going to draw from all the remaining ones right here. So the first Karen Altman Memorial Scholarship will go to Jackson Becolt Gibbons, and he hopes to go to the University of South Carolina. Jackson, congratulations. Very good. Now then, we get to the other prizes, and I've got a list of prizes here, and I've got several young people who are going to help us draw. And so each one will reach in and you'll grab a ticket and then you'll hand me that ticket. First, for a $50 Walmart gift card. Thank you. All right, and the winner is Shelley McKay. Shelley McKay. Congratulations, Shelley. Very good. Thank you. A $50 Walmart gift card again for Teresa Muzan. Teresa, congratulations. We got a third $50 Walmart gift card. There we go. We'll put that one back in. Put that back in, and let's see. The $50 Walmart gift card goes to Alan Presley. Alan Presley. Thank you. Here's a FISKARS tree pruner. And that goes to Tomlinson Farms. One tree pruner for the whole farm. There we go. They ought to be able to use that. Next, we've got an Instapot pressure cooker. That's a good one. I got one of those for a birthday present just a while back, and it's kind of neat. Thank you. We'll put that to the side until I give this one away. The Instapot cooker goes to Anna Miller. Anna Miller. Congratulations, Anna. And this one you brought me, let's see, this is a Monster Icon portable waterproof Bluetooth speaker. And it goes to Willie Shaw Jr. Willie Shaw Jr. Congratulations, Willie. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Thank you. Here's a LASKO pivoting utility fan. That goes to Willa Bell. Willa Bell. Very good. Thank you. Here's a Frigidaire triple slow cooker, a stainless steel slow cooker. It goes to Derry Wilson. Derry Wilson. Thank you, sir. Let's see here. This is a Sharp microwave oven, and that goes to Betty Donnelly. Betty Donnelly. Congratulations, Betty. Thank you. And this Instapot Instant Vortex 6-quart 4-in-1 air fryer goes to Aura Wallace. Aura Wallace. By the way, we'll get these prizes to you. Either we'll call you and you can drop by and get them, or we'll bring them to you. What are y'all going to do? Do you know yet? We'll get them to you. We'll make it up and get it to you one way or the other. Here's a $100 gift card for Willie Neesmith. Willie Neesmith. Congratulations, Willie. Thank you, ma'am. Here's a smart thermostat. Rob was talking about a minute ago. Goes to Roberta Harrison. Roberta Harrison. Very good. Up next, a $200 energy voucher. That'll come in handy as the summertime is coming along. The $200 energy voucher goes to Ivory Tisdale. Ivory Tisdale. Congratulations, Ivory. Next, a $300 energy voucher goes to Christine Shaw. Christine Shaw. Next, a $400 energy voucher. I think the younger you are, the more curious you are about all those tickets in there. Let's see, this $400 energy voucher goes to Maxie Lee. Maxie Lee. Great. Congratulations, Maxie. Thank you. Here's a $500 energy voucher, and it goes to Bruce Castleman. Bruce Castleman. Congratulations, Bruce. Here is an Apple 10.2 iPad, 10.2-inch iPad, a 64 gigabyte iPad. I love my iPad. And Nathaniel Palmer, you ought to enjoy this as well. Nathaniel Palmer gets the iPad. Now then, we move on up to a Vizio 65-inch smart television. The Vizio TV goes to Spring Hill Lodge, number 188. Well, now that'll come in handy at the lodge. No doubt about that. I like that. A 65-inch smart television. Second big prize is a charbroil gas grill and grill cover. And that goes to David Hall. David Hall. Congratulations, David. And now finally the Craftsman Manual Gear 42-inch lawnmower. I'm going to be jealous of no matter who this is. And it's Janny Brown. Janny, congratulations. You can tell all your friends you won a big lawnmower at your first Electric Cooperative annual meeting. So congratulations. Well, I think that is all of them. Very good. And we thank you for watching tonight. Thanks for participating. Thanks for being a member of Santee Electric Cooperative. Hope you have a great evening and a great year. We'll see you next year. Have a good night.